expect them to help you get back together.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Tempo.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know, usually...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Ekeler with career touchdown number 75. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd down, Ekeler. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This defense for the Broncos, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. It's Ekeler again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Running on first down, Ekeler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuebu now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Here's Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Broncos at 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play action. It's Wilson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Draw play, Edmonds. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Up the middle with Eckler. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 42 yards. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, not the guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now Wilson on first down.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 13.
Herbert. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Williams will try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year
as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Herbert on first down now. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Herbert. Touchdown!
Donald Parham,
an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down. Wilson. They'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game. And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
So a definite surprise there. They tried a fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. To try again after the sack. Wilson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Edmonds again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give, Eckler running to the right. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. This is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the first as he's tackled at the 47. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Now Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And the slot man goes in motion left. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson eluding, under pressure again, and down he goes again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action now. Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. To throw again is Wilson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Throwing is Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as it looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now a give to Edmonds. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Wilson wants to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
One last throw here for Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos,
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night that's still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down